sure. But if you want to be more specific, this is another way to highlight it. How does your fortune look next year? So you're being very specific when you're asking the question. How does your fortune look next year? It's not an exact translation, but because of the interpretation, this might be a more adequate way to express yourself. How does your fortune look next year? Repeat after me. How does your fortune look next year? Perfect. I hope all of your fortunes look great next year if you believe in it. Let's take a closer look at the next sentence. 2012년 올 한 해는 구설수에 오르니 조심하라고 하네요. 자, 조심하라고 하네요. It's said to be careful. You're not exactly sure what it is, right? But it's basically the person who's giving you the fortune or the fortune itself. But in this case, I'm talking about the fortune. So you could just refer to as it. It's said to be careful. 조심하라고 하네요. 언제? In 2012. And why do you have to be careful? 구설수에 오르니까. Now this is a great expression in Korean, but the exact translation is a little bit funky. So you could kind of interpret it into something like this. Because I am the topic of the sentence, right? I'll be portrayed to look a certain way, right? I'll be portrayed in not a bad light, but rather a negative light. 안 좋게 보일 수도 있는 한 해. People are going to be talking about you. So one way to say it is, I'll be portrayed in a negative light. Now let's repeat the sentence just once more to clarify. It's said to be careful in 2012 because I'll be portrayed in a negative light. I'll be portrayed in a negative light. And that's just a mild translation of what you see here. And of course, the next sentence says, 운세를 믿으세요. 제가 아까 오프닝에서 잠시 여쭤봤죠? So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys picked up on this. One way to translate is, do you believe in fortune telling? Do you believe in fortune telling? 왜냐면 운세라는 건 참 단어 자체가 범위가 굉장히 넓죠? You could be talking about horoscopes, 별자리 운세를 말할 수도 있고요. You could be talking about crystal balls. There's many different methods of fortune telling. But to generalize the whole thing, you could call it fortune telling in a nutshell. So altogether, do you believe in fortune telling? Do you believe in fortune telling? Let's take a closer look at the next sentence and see, does she believe in fortune telling? 100% 다 믿지는 않지만 마음에 걸리네요. 자, 마음에 걸린다. There's many different ways to translate this or interpret it. One way to say it is, this does bother me. This does bother me. It bothers me. 그럼 뭔가 마음에 걸려요. 이런 뜻이죠. Now, the word here, this, is added here because there's a specific topic you're talking about. I referred it to as it earlier. 운세를 보고 지금 말을 하고 있는 거죠. But to call it fortune telling would be a little bit redundant, so you could just call it this. 100% 다 믿지는 않지만. Now, you're going to love this because it looks exactly the same in English. 믿지 않는다. I don't believe. I don't believe 라고 하죠. In what? 100% 다 믿지 않는다. In it, 100%. It looks exactly the same as it does in Korean, right? In a comma, because it's going before the conjunction. I don't believe in it 100%. 100% 다 믿지는 않지만. But this does bother me. One more time. I don't believe in it 100%, but this does bother me. Highlight the sentence because we'll be taking a closer look at it later on. 권 선생님도 점을 본 경험이 있나요? He's asking a question. Have you? 당신도 본 적이 있나요? 자, 점을 보다. There is no adequate verb or a literal verb translation or verb equivalent in the English language. So one way for you to express it is by talking about the fortune teller himself or herself. There is no exact verb that means 점을 보다. 점을 보다라는 단어를 영어로 표현할 방법이 여러 가지가 있는데요. 정확한 번역은 없는 것 같아요. So one way you can take a closer look or translate this would be, have you ever been to a fortune teller. 혹시 점을 보러 간 적이 있나요? 경험이 있나요? 그 대신에 fortune teller, that's the expert, right? The expert. 이 사람을 만나러 간 적이 있나요? 이런 뜻이죠. Have you ever been to a fortune teller? 또는 have you ever visited a fortune teller? 라고 하실 수 있습니다. Now she answers, yes, yes, 네. 가끔 저는 사주 카페나 타로 점집에 가본 적이 있어요. A different way to say yes is certainly, certainly, I've been there, certainly. 자, I've been. 가본 적이 있다, I've been. To where? 사주 카페는 영어로 뭐라고 할까요? We can call it a fortune-telling cafe. I know, it's a little bit unoriginal, but there isn't such a thing. Actually, there's not that many in the States. So, I think this is the best way to explain or elaborate. 사주 카페라는 것 자체가 많지 않아요, 미국에. 그래서 fortune telling 카페라고 하셔도 될 것 같아요. I've been to a fortune telling cafe. And also, 타로 점집에도 가봤다고 하네요. Okay, now, a tarot card reader is a person who reads the card for you, who is the fortune teller in this sense. So one thing you need to remember is a tarot card reader is a person that you're visiting. But unfortunately, there aren't 점집이라는 거 개념 자체가 미국에 많지 않거든요. So it'd be much, much, much easier for the reader or the listener to understand what you're talking about depending on the cultural context. If you said you've visited the person who